ready to score big on your next IELTS speaking exam? Well, let's dive in and find out how you can ace that, and just by being yourself instead of trying to be like someone else. So trust me, it's easier than you think. So I'm Dimitrios, and I've helped hundreds of IELTS candidates just like you achieve their dream scores. With over 10 years of experience as a Neurolanguage coach and as a former IELTS examiner, I'm here to share the insider secrets that can make a huge difference. So let's get started here. First of all, most importantly, we all want to excel in our exams, right? So the IELTS exam is no different. This exam, there's this thing. It's not about being perfect. It's about being you, okay? So today, I'll show you how to make your speaking exam feel like a friendly chat and not some stressful job interview. So stick around till the end because I'm going to give you some golden tips on how to keep it casual and natural, not just like chatting with a friend. And I've also got some real life examples that'll make this super easy to understand. All right. So let's go ahead and break it down. First things first, you don't need to be too formal. The speaking exam isn't meant to be formal. So it's perfectly okay to use some informal speech. Just stay respectful, however, and avoid any slang. Okay? For example, instead of saying, I would like to expound upon the topic of technological advancements, you simply just need to say, I want to talk about new technology and how it's changing our lives. Okay, simple enough. Okay, here's another one. Instead of, I wish to elaborate on my perspective regarding urban development, try just saying, I want to share my thoughts on how cities are growing. Or instead of, in my opinion, this phenomenon warrants significant consideration, you could say, I think we should really pay attention to this. All right. Formal answers lead us to think that you're memorizing. Again, I find this subject to be profoundly intriguing. It's better just to say, I think this topic is super interesting. All right. So now, here are three ideas to help you make your speech more personal and engaging. Okay. Number one, practice using simple words. Okay. Sometimes we think using complex words will make us sound smarter. However, it's just the opposite. Replace complex words with simpler ones that you use every day. This makes your speech clear and concise to your audience. You don't want to wow them with all these nickel and dime words, not necessary. So instead of saying utilize, say use. Instead of commence, say start. Here are just some ways you can practice using simple words. For example, if you need to share a personal story, relate the topics to your own experiences. It makes your answers more relatable. Personal stories can bring your speech to life. Relating the topics to your own experiences make your answers more relatable and memorable. So, if you're talking about group discussions, share a story about a group discussion during your English language class. Okay. For example, we had this big group discussion in English class about To Kill a Mockingbird. Everyone was super into it because the characters of the drama were just so real. We all got different characters to talk about. I remember getting super heated with friend Jake over whether Atticus was actually a hero or just doing his job. Most of us were just chatting away, forgetting we were even in class. Our teacher, Mrs. Thompson, had to jump in a few times to cool things down. It was one of those classes nobody wanted to end. Just a bunch of us arguing about a book like it was the latest Netflix show. Or if you're discussing a challenge, talk about a time you faced a similar situation and how you overcame it. Tell a story. One time, I lost my phone at the mall. It was super busy that day, and I was shopping for some new shoes. I realized it was gone when I reached for it to check a text. My heart sank. I retraced my steps, hoping it would turn up. I checked every store I had visited, asked for info, and even asked at the information desk, and even checked with mall security. Luckily, however, someone had turned it in at the lost and found. And I tell you what a relief. I was so grateful to this kind stranger who had found it and turned it in. Always keep your belongings close. Number two, ask rhetorical questions. It shows that you're thinking aloud and makes your speech more interactive. Okay? Rhetorical questions you ask are those that you don't expect an answer to. Okay? They're great because they engage the listener and show that you're thinking critically about the topic. Let's look at some examples of this. Imagine you're asked about the benefits of exercise. Okay, instead of just listing them, you could ask a rhetorical question. Why do people exercise? Isn't it because they want to stay healthy and feel good about themselves? Or if you're talking about the importance of learning English, you might say something or ask a rhetorical, why is English so important? Isn't it that English is global communications for business? If the topic is about the environmental issues, instead of giving some boring answer, you can ask a rhetorical question. Why should we care about the environment? Isn't it our responsibility to protect our planet for future generations? For a question about the impact of technology, you could ask, how has technology changed our lives? Isn't it amazing how we can connect with anyone, anywhere, anytime? Now, let's brainstorm 4 ideas to help you come up with your own rhetorical questions. Okay? One is to relate to common experiences. For example, who doesn't enjoy a good book? Challenge assumptions. For example, isn't it surprising how many people still believe that myth? Highlight benefits. For example, who wouldn't want to travel the world? Encourage reflection. For example, what would our world look like without innovation? Rhetorical questions. See how easy it is to make your speech more engaging with rhetorical questions? They not only show you're thinking critically, but also make your answers more interactive and interesting. Number 3, express your emotions. Don't be afraid to show how you feel about the topic. It adds authenticity to all your answers. Expressing your emotions during the IELTS speaking exam adds depth and some authenticity to your answers. It shows that you're not just reciting memorized responses, but you're genuinely engaging with a topic. Let's look at a few examples of this. For example, imagine you're asked about your favorite hobby. Instead of just saying, I like painting, you could say, I absolutely love painting. Give it some emotion. It's such a fantastic way to express myself and unwind after a long day. Or maybe if asked about a memorable trip, instead of saying something boring like I went to Paris, you could say, visiting Paris was a dream come true. The beauty of the city and the rich history left me absolutely speechless. Okay? Or when you're discussing the impact of technology, instead of just saying something simply like technology is important, okay, you could say, I'm truly amazed by how technology has relevant in lives and incredible how we can connect with people all over the world in an instant. If asked about your opinion on the environmental conservation, Instead of just saying, we should protect the environment, you could say, I feel passionate about protecting the environment. It's heartbreaking to see how much damage we've done, and we need to take action now to preserve our planet for future generations. Here are 4 ideas to help you express your emotions more vividly in your answers. Number 1 is to use some descriptive language. Add some adjectives like, I was absolutely thrilled, instead of just, I was happy. Share a personal story. Talk about personal experiences. I was moved to tears when I saw the beautiful sunset over the mountains. Highlight your passion. Show enthusiasm. I'm really passionate about animal welfare, and it's something I deeply care about. And be honest, I felt really nervous during my IELTS speaking test, but it was a rewarding experience. So there you have it. Expressing your emotions can make your IELTS speaking answers more engaging and authentic. Don't be afraid to let your feelings show. It makes a world of difference. Think of the IELTS exam as like a chat with a new friend, not some formal presentation. Keep it casual, be yourself, and you'll shine. If you found these tips helpful, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more IELTS secrets. And you can also comment below with any questions or topics you want me to cover next. You've got this. Thanks for watching, and good luck with your IELTS journey. And remember, be yourself, speak with confidence. See you next time.